Releasing a captured dragon. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Don't worry about the discoloration, friend. My disease is not contagious. That I am. Some may call it a curse, but I see it as a blessing in disguise. Many moons ago when I arrived here after the eruption of Red Mountain, I studied the art of necromancy in a dank cave just west of... It was Alara who found me, and taught me the error of my ways. Taught me how the gods frown upon those who toy. Whilst I have renounced my ways, Meridia punished me for my wrongdoing. I believe she was right to do. I hope I'll be forgiven in death, and not spend eternity in a deplorable plane of oblivion, or even worse, the soul can. For now, I guard this sanctum with my life, as both an apology to Meridia and a thank you to Priestess Alara for saving me. Oh, they're purely visual. I think it's Meridia's attempt at irony. I raised the dead, so she made me look undead myself. I'm sure one day I'll come to enjoy her sense of humor. Farewell.
Champion! Welcome to Meridia's Sanctum. I am Alkalite Karis. I am but a humble Alkalite. You probably want the High Priest. As an Alkalite of Meridia's order, I honor Our Lady by keeping her sanctum clean. Our Lady rewards hard work, loyalty, and servitude to her legacy, a role many here in Skyrim would do. To think, just months ago I was in the gutter of Riften begging for skooma from lowlifes and brigands. High Priestess Alara saved me from the streets. I believe Meridia's light of righteousness can save all from their perils and destitution. As thanks, I worship and study Meridia, so that I may better understand her and her wishes for myself in her great order. Should you wish to better understand Meridia, I would be glad to oblige. Perhaps I could even share a tome or two. Meridia abhors those who tamper with her life-giving energies. From her realm in oblivion, she assures we mortals are able to pursue purity. Those faithful to Meridia and willing to carry out her righteous deeds can benefit from her splendor, artifacts, abilities. Though she does not welcome mortals in her realm known as the Colored Rooms, we know that she has sacrificed much for Nirn since its creation. For a time, she had a race of Daedra known as the Auroran, who would aid her in her missions and acts of purity. It is not known to us what happened to these Daedra, but we strive to make their necessity redundant here in the Sanctum. Keep yourself safe.
Welcome to Meridia's Sanctum, child. I will initiate your...
Champion of Meridia, I have something to ask of you. This is Meridia's Sanctum, and we are Meridia's Order. Here, we freely worship and operate as Meridia's instruments, bringing her cleansing light to this place. Meridia has commanded us to root out all undead evils across Skyrim and protect its people from their danger. We have not heard from Our Lady in some time now, but we continue to act in her honor. Champion, may I first of all say it is an honor to make your... I am Alara, High Priestess of Meridia's Order, and her sanctum here in Skyrim. We require the assistance of Our Lady's champion, but, if I may, it would be an honor to witness why Our Lady chose you. A small taste of trust, if you will. Yes, we honor Our Lady by carrying out her will and spreading word of her benevolence. Our paladins seek out the undead wherever it is found. You yourself have felt her light of certitude and know why her presence is important in Skyrim. We've received word that a necromancer has taken up residence in Solitude. Usually, I dispatch one of our paladins under the protection of Meridia to purge the evil from the city. To be truthful, Our Lady has not spoken to us in, well, a long time. I can't risk one of my people, and I hear you have a reputation for this work. This necromancer has been practicing their vile arts in the Hall of the Dead, defiling corpses and violating the sanctity of death. Exterminate them with the full spite of Meridia's power, then return to me. I'm sending Paladin Marith with you. She will observe you. Not that I won't trust your word, but it's better to be sure.
It's my pleasure, Champion. I'll follow. Solitude isn't too far from here. I doubt the guards will be too happy if we attack someone within the city. It might be best to shadow them for a while until they're alone. Remember, I'm only to observe. I can't interfere if the guards attack. Alara doesn't want to worsen Skyrim's view of us. Especially not since that incident in Rorikstead. Something the matter? I'm happy to help if I can. Oh, I must have let that one. I'll tell you if you promise not to tell Alara that I brought it up. She can be difficult. Not too long ago, Larison and I intercepted a group of the malevolent necromancers. They were masquerading as farmers in Rorikstead. They spotted us, and I knew that they would recognize us. We wouldn't have another chance to wipe them out. Of course, this meant that we didn't have time to explain the situation to the guards. To cut a long story short, Alara had to spend a fortnight making it up to the Jarl. She generally enjoys her work as a healer, but I don't think she enjoyed that. Well, I'd wager you know Meridia better than most. We follow her command and decree, destroying all she considers to be unnatural. Being the Daedric Prince of Life, many of us also dedicate ourselves to the healing and health of others. The Sanctum is a place of worship, divinity, sanctuary, and protection. I hope that Alara is better at giving that speech than I am.
The mission of myself and my paladins is to destroy undead evil that encroaches on Meridia's benevolence. I am Arch-Paladin to Meridia's order. I serve Our Lady by spreading her light to the darkest corners of Skyrim. With my paladins, I purge this land of all those who would stand against Meridia and her splendor. I would challenge you to find a purer and truer way to live your life than this. Keep yourself safe.
When you're finished in Solitude, we can talk more.
This sanctum is full of good people who have their... I'm a paladin. Larison sends me to my death in caves and infested crypts. I perform my duties as a paladin with the respect it deserves. Protection of this sanctum is vital. Should it fall, it would dishonor Meridia. Farewell.
There are very few places in Skyrim where you can feel truly safe, if one is to understand true benevolence. One of my main focuses within the Sanctum is the further study of Meridia's, but not much is recorded of her transgressions with mortals. And our contact with her has been in order to serve Our Lady to my fullest ability. I make it my mission to truly understand this world. You must explore all avenues. As a devout follower, it is an honor to share my knowledge with all those who want it. I do my best to learn about all of the Daedric princes and their, though in particular, Molag Bal, Prince of Domination and Enslavement, repeatedly comes up in Meridia's history. It seems the two don't appear to get along, much to Molag Bal's dismay. In all recorded history of Meridia, she triumphs over him. Our Lady even defeated him in a duel. A true story of good overcoming evil.
Don't mistake me. I have the utmost respect for Meridia. But I know that Our Lady has many things on which to focus. But how can the others follow so blindly when Meridia has...
I'm a glorified cleaner. Sorry. I'm letting my frustrations get the better of me. Remember, Una, Alara teaches us patience, kindness, and to follow Meridia's benevolence.
Don't mistake my caution for aggression. This sanctum is my life. I won't have anyone ruining it.
Back away from me, cur.
You know, you're more of a talker than I thought you'd be. Well, looks can be deceiving. I'll be honest. When I think of Meridia and the other Daedric lords, they don't even come close to being similar. Not all Daedra are evil, and Meridia is certainly not. But truthfully, I'm just happy that I found a group of people who hold my ideals. Alara has done a lot for me, cared for me in my darkest moments, and the Order certainly shares my hatred for the undead. I'm never going to be the most spiritual follower, but I do this with my chosen family at my back, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. You lead, I'll follow.
Back away from me, cur.
I'll try and make this quick.
Well, that's that. I'm sure Meridia is pleased. Not that she'll tell us. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were doing that on purpose.
Wow, that's impressive. You won't get away. You should do better than that!
Got bigger, fatter, drunker.
You there. A master of death does not simply die, but you will. Rise, my minions. Rise and serve me in death.
Do you bring news, champion? It pleases me to hear this, champion. Marith?
It's true. The necromancer is as dead as the creatures they raise.
Excellent. I'm glad to know I can count on you, champion. I suppose it's time I tell you why I need your help. We're traveling, champion. Gather what you need and speak with me when you are ready. Are you ready to depart? We're traveling to the shrine of Meridia. It's not far. I'll need to speak with you when we get there, away from open airs. I'll lead the way. Archpaladin Larison, I'm traveling. You're in charge.
Yes, High Priestess. Shall I provide you with an escort?
I'm sure the champion is all I need, Larison. Here we go. I knew I heard something.
You can't win this!
Time to end this little game.
The statue isn't too far, though I'm sure you know that. I hope we don't encounter too many beasts along the way. I'd rather not delay, if it's all the same to you. For Meridia!
You can't win this!
Meridia walk over. Good, that's
got
done.
what you deserve.
I don't get out of the sanctum enough. The cold Skyrim air fuels my nerve veins. I admit, sometimes I wonder if Meridia even knows what is going on down here. The war, dragons. I suppose it's insignificant from her realm. No need to stop. We can talk along the way. Well, here we are. Listen, I can't trust you, can I? Yes, I suppose it would. I need to hear you say it. Yes, I know, you're right. I don't know if any of the others have mentioned it, but Meridia hasn't spoken to us in some time. Months ago, we would hold regular communications with Our Lady. She would give us guidance and command us. But no longer. Years ago, when I first became devout to Meridia, she gave me the ability to see things before they happened. This ability has been essential to our survival and has guided me in leading Meridia's order. Without it, I feel lost. I'm hoping with her newly appointed champion here, Meridia will change her mind and speak to me like she used to. To summon Meridia, all you need is something from the corpse of an undead creature. Don't worry, I've already got that part covered. I'll attempt to commune with her. You just stay close. Meridia, Lady of Life and Infinite Energies, I stand here as your humble servant with your newly appointed champion. Please, at your shrine, speak to me and offer me guidance, great lady. We eagerly await your word and your order. We need your protection, your benevolence, your wisdom, to prevent the injustices in this world. Please, Lady Meridia. Please. Well, that was embarrassing. When you call on Meridia, she's not compelled to answer. If she doesn't want to answer me, then there is a reason. I think it's time I make it clear to the others that I've lost Meridia's guidance. I would appreciate it if you would accompany me on the way back. Wait, what was that noise?
Try and make this quick.
Time to party.
Easily blocked.
Give up while you still have the chance. What a disgrace. No, though. It's not uncommon for necromancers to attack followers of Meridia, but to attack this shrine? A sacred place of worship? What a foul deed. Do me a favor. Would you search the bodies for any evidence as to why they may have attacked? I don't wish to sully my hands with their filth. Walk in Meridia's light. Have you found anything? Let's take a look. It seems these necromancers are planning something big. Let me think about this. I think I might have a plan to find out what they're up to. Speak with me again at the sanctum. But I'm too old for this.
Did you have a pleasant journey? I hope you said hello to Meridia for me. Need something?
That's a good question. Have you ever been to Cyrodiil?
Well, truthfully, you're not missing much. Most of it was ransacked by the Thalmor during the Oblivion Crisis. One of my family members, a warrior named Velwyn, purged the family home of ghosts roaming the crypt underneath. I know it worked on my mother. She tried to follow in her father's footsteps. She was cut down by skeletons. Thank you, but I've moved on. I just wished my father could have. He was never the same after she died. Do you believe in heartbreak? I agree. I think that's what killed my father. I shouldn't dwell on it. I suppose life is for the alive. Walk in Meridia's light.
What can I do for you? Greetings. They are not something I take lightly. Sometimes the images are painful to see. I have visions of things that could be, always the most dire outcome. I have foresight into the future of my friends, family. Do you know how much it burns to see our loved ones die over and over again? I suppose it's a small price to pay to prevent potential eventualities. Meridia sends these images to me in my sleep, but now my dreams are empty. Yes, but they're usually not organized like this. They tend to be random attacks when we travel the streets. Members of the Order will defend themselves, but I will always spare lives when I can, and teach them the errors of their ways. Garen, for example. You should speak to Garen if you haven't already. His presence reminds me of why I live this life. I haven't quite worked out the entire plan yet. I'm working on a way to find out as much as we can about those necromancers. In fact, I might have an idea about what could help us in the fight against them. Years ago, we held a powerful artifact that helped us in our fight against necromancers and wielders of magic. The stuff is called Summoner's Demise, and has the ability to drain wizards' magicka, preventing them from casting incantations, but it was stolen. A wood elf named Findar came to us seeking refuge from a group of conjurers, and we took him in. He repaid us by eating all of our food and stealing from us. Amongst the items he stole was Summoner's Demise. Find the stuff, champion. Well, the only person who knows its location now is Findar, and I have no idea where he is. Try speaking to the others. They might know where he's ended up.
Asgard, my friend. Did you manage to locate the witch's lair?
Aye, that I did.
Champion, do you mind
Don't
if I
even
ask you
concern
something?
yourself with it. They're already dead.
Forgive me, I forgot to introduce myself.
Perhaps
I'm
one
Una.
day.
I just
Not
wanted
today,
to
my
know, why did you do it? Help Meridia.
And here I was thinking my tales were going unwanted. Just wait until I tell you the one about the orc.
That's
monk
Meridia
my
for you.
days.
It's her way or no way. So you didn't do it for any other reason? Just out of obligation? That's very noble of you. I could see why she chose you to be... Though it leaves me to wonder why she did not ask one of us to purge her temple. I don't know if you've heard from the others, but Meridia has not spoken to us in some time now. Anyway, I won't waste any more of your time. I appreciate you answering my question. I'll see you around.
I know that Our Lady has many things on which to focus.
I have no idea who that is. Sorry.
There are very few places in Skyrim where you can feel truly safe. I know not of this Findar. Before my time, perhaps. Try speaking with Paladin Marith.
I am but a humble... The High Priestess is an inspiration to me. Findar. Ah, I remember. I know him from my days in the sewers of... I'm not sure where he is now. He's a slippery one. If I were you, I'd look to the prisons.
You are welcome here, the fool that stole from us. If I ever see that witless idiot again, I'll send him to oblivion.
One of my favorite duties is providing healing to the sick. I visit the Temple of Kinnereth and I am a devout servant of Our Lady Meridia. I practice the art of healing and curing to honor our great lady, spreading her benevolence. I have recently taken up the practice of alchemy to further my use to those who have fallen. I also assist Velteth and Caris in their further studies of Meridia. Her history is, well, High Priestess Alara says Skyrim was once full of those who worship Our Lady. Perhaps that is why Skyrim feels hollow and... We are the candle that lights the darkness of Skyrim, as taught by Meridia, channeled by Alara. Champion, Please, whatever your reasons are for doing so, apologies, but I don't know where he is, and I wouldn't care to look for him.
Meridia's benevolence brought me from the streets of Riften, and her light is...
This sanctum is... No, but if you see him, break his arm for me.
Champion. I'm not sure where you can find him, but I do know where you can find his mother. Though we shouldn't expect a friend. She lives in a shack close by to Solitude. Maybe she can point you in his direction. Now that I think about it, I'm going to come with you. If you're going after Findar, you could probably use some backup. He's a bit of a snake. Need something?
Don't worry about the discolor. I guard this sanctum with my life. Treat it with the respect it deserves.
I hope this all ends up being worth it. Not as much as I should be able to. I know he stole a lot from us, and that it upset Alara. Worse than I've ever seen. I think she struggled to trust Stranger Sense. Findar is probably one of the reasons she's so guarded these days. I had to accompany him back to her a couple of times. She always seemed miserable. Probably because he kept asking for gold. If someone kept taking all my coin, I'd probably be unhappy too.
Keep
Let's
yourself
go and find
safe.
this Findar fool.
You want a real fight, eh? Time to end this little game.
What can I do for you?
can I help you? Just because I live on my own out here, don't think of me as a... Yes, though Solitude isn't far, so it's not terrible. Occasionally my son will visit when he's not in jail. Findar, what do you know of him? Ha! In danger from me being... That fetcher has himself locked up in a jail cell in Whiterun. You can find your friend there.
Okay. Still not much of a talker, I see.
What now?
Should have figured Findar would be in jail.
Now I can get back to my reading. Off you go then.
Is ours.
Cardlec White Mane is a better place now. For is there any place better than Sovngarde?
Did you want something? Or have you the one and only Findar the Wise, proprietor of stolen goods, friend of the shadows, and soon to be king of the underworld? I've only recently added the Wise part to my name. I'm hoping it'll catch on. What can I do for you? Well, to be correct, I stole several things. What is it then? Do they want their gold? The food I stole? That tiny Meridia shrine that was sitting above Lara? No, let me guess. You want the staff. What a strange way to ask for something that's mine now. Especially when Findar needs a favor. Get me out of this hole. Well, to be more specific, I need you to... I've already stolen a key from one of the guards, but I can't take on a legion by myself. But with you... That's boring, but... fine. You might try the jailer, but I'll wait here. Obviously.
Need something? Keep yourself safe.
Wood Elf. What about him? Done.
Oh, goody. Come speak with me at my mother's house, just outside of Solitude. I'll give you the staff there.
Champion, walk in Meridia's light.
Okay, I admit, I may have told you a slight lie when it would have been more apt to say, give you the location. Last time I saw it, I sold it to a mage who was operating out of Golvunter, an old crypt just outside Riften. I'm not sure if he's still there, but it's worth a look.
So, that's why nobody is very fond of Findar. And here I was thinking we'd be able to go at least one day without seeing a skeleton.
Can I help you?
A creepy tomb, certainly filled with Draugr. Excellent.